A Vort from the Rebbe on Parshas Shemini. In Parshas Shemini, we learn about the 8th day of the Miluyim. That was Rosh Chodesh Nisan, when they put up the Mishkan permanently, and it was a day of Simcha, because that's the day the Shekhinah came down to the Mishkan, etc., etc. But a tragedy happened on that day, that the two older sons of Aaron passed away, Nadav Avihu. So the Pasuk says, Vayikra Moshe el Mishoel ve'Eletzofim b'nei Uziel dei Aaron. Moshe Rabbeinu called the two people, Mishoel and Eletzofim, who were the sons of Uziel, who was the uncle of Aaron. Vayemer alei, and he said to them, Kirvu, come close, Suus achechem meis b'nei HaKodesh. Pick up your brothers from away from the holy place, and take him outside of the machna. And Rashi says, why did he tell him to take it out? Not to confuse the simcha, since it was a special day of joy. So he told him to take him away so they won't interfere with the simcha. And the Rebbe asks a shaila, what Rashi says is not so clear. Why do we need a special reason why he told him to take out the bodies of Nadav Avihu? This is something that they had to do anyway. If a person, chas v'sholom, dies, you got to bury the body. So this idea that he told him to take out the bodies from there and obviously bury them is not something that needs a special reason, that Rashi gives a reason, so it shouldn't interfere with the simcha. You don't need a reason for that. And the Rebbe answers that what Rashi is trying to do, he's not trying to tell us the reason why he told him to take out the bodies. That's obvious. Rashi is trying to tell us why the Torah makes a fuss over this taking out. Because if it would just be because we tell him just to take out the bodies because that's a natural, normal thing, then the question is, why does the Torah B'chal have to tell us that he told somebody to take out the bodies? Well, obviously the bodies had to be taken out. Why would the Torah make a fuss over it? A second thing, why was this job given to Mishoel and Eletzofim, who were Levim, and they worked in the Mishkan, they did the Aveda in the Mishkan? Why didn't he get regular people to do it? Like we would say nowadays, the Chevra Kadisha should do it. Why did he pick such special people, Levim, who do the Aveda in the Mishkan, that they should be the ones to do this? That's what bothers Rashi. And Rashi therefore answers that the Pasuk is trying to tell us this, that this was not just because they had to get the body out of the place and go and take it to bury. The Pasuk is trying to tell us that taking out these bodies is considered part of the Avedas HaMishkan. Since if the bodies were there, it would interfere with the simcha of the Mishkan of that day, so it would interfere with the Aveda in the Mishkan. So taking out these bodies and putting them away and burying them and taking them away made it possible for the simcha of the Mishkan to go on. And therefore this is part of the simcha of the Aveda of the Mishkan. So who should do it? The Levim, which were involved in the Aveda of the Mishkan. And that's what Rashi says, that the reason was not to interfere with the simcha. By doing that, Rashi answers these two shaylas. The Torah makes a fuss, the Torah tells this is part of the Aveda, and that's why he asked special people, the Levim, to do it, because this is part of the Aveda of the Mishkan. And the Rebbe says, this teaches us a lesson of Avedas Hashem. We know what the Rambam says, that every person could be like a member of Shevet Levi. Shevet Levi was separated from worldly matters, and their whole life was given over to learning Torah and to Aveda Ruchnis, to spiritual things. Any Yid who wants to be in that level is able to do it. Every Yid could become a member of Shevet Levi by forgetting about the Gashmis and getting involved in Ruchnis. But a person might think, now that he reached a level of being part of Shevet Levi, he could think that now I only should get involved in things that are holy and things bringing down, we could say, light and holiness into the world. Asay Tev, doing good things. But it not respectful for me in such a high madrege to get involved in cleaning up, taking away things that are there, bad things which is sur merah. So you might think you only should get involved in asay tev, in good things, positive things, but doing things to get rid of the things which are bad, that I'm not involved. That let the other person do. That you could have anybody. I am only involved in special great things. Teaches us Rashi here that's complete opposite. Sins to take away the Ra, the evil that's there in the world. That's the only way the world could become a holy place for Hashem. So taking out the Ra is part of the Aveda of making the world holy to Hashem. The world has to become a Mishkan to Hashem. The world is a Dira B'tach, has to be a Dira B'tachtein. And the Hashem should dwell in the world. But in order to do that, that Hashem's light should come into the world, you have to get rid of things which are negative. that is part of making the world into a Mishkan. And we see that here, that who were the ones that did it? Dafke the Leviim, because this was part taking out the bodies, which interfered with the Simcha of the Mishkan. That was part of the Aved of the Mishkan. So a person who's a Shevet Levi in Ruchnius should not think he doesn't get involved in getting rid of the negative, but he also has to get involved in getting rid of the negative in order to make the world a Dir B'Tachtonim.